Hiya Beth, great to see you again yesterday. Do a little bit more work on your game. Setup's coming on a treat now and your overall movement is improving. We still need to increase the aggression a little bit. It can get a little bit lethargic at times and a little bit passive. We want to see you hitting that golf ball much harder. And if we take a little look at your swing early in the session, club tends to roll behind you a little bit. We're going to work on that in your next session. However, the big issue is that as we start to turn, as we approach the top, there's a tendency to lift and the arms come away from the body. You can see here now that we've totally lost any connection we've got between the arms and the rib cage. That means that it's very hard to coordinate your movement during your downswing. Now you've got to go closing that gap whilst trying to hit the golf ball, and it's just not going to work. It's a little bit dead in the legs, and as a result you've got to throw the club head at the ball to get any sort of purchase on it. What we'd like to see is a little bit more like we see here with Karen Cork in the middle. Good setup position, so a little bit more over it than you are, a little bit more flex in the knees, so she's giving herself a little bit more room. That makes it easier for the arms to work in, and you can see there that as the arms work in, the club tends to stay out rather than get lost behind you. So that will be a nice position for you to rehearse. Try and get this club head less behind you and a little bit more in front of you. Having said that, as she takes it to the top, you can see that her arms continue to lift, her body turns, but she maintains the connection between the top of her right forearm and the chest, so she's not got this big gap here that we saw with yourself. As a result, it's much easier for her to maintain connection and get everything swinging through together. And you can see there she leads with a handle very, very well. So we did a little bit more work with the head cover under your arm initially, followed by what we see here at the end with the T-peg beneath your arm. Now this hit is more difficult. The arms do start to work in more as we get to the top of your backswing. We're in a much better position, much more connection between your arms and your upper body. The club is still a little bit across the line, so in other words pointing over here as opposed to being a little bit more parallel with your target line. But as I said, we can work on that as you go. From there we need you to work more aggressively through the hitting area, leading with a handle. And the better we become at coordinating the arms and the body, the better we're going to become at producing a delivery position there that is going to impart a better contact on the golf ball consistently. Good luck with it, and I'll speak to you again in a few weeks' time.